We are still part of Los Angeles County.
Feels like we never left LA.
Yeah, it does, yeah. Oh, this was the very part of LA. It's the very part of LA. Except for the results.
Escape room, I don't know what goes on in there, but we got one. The old Radio Shack, now called Tech Shack, all your electronic needs. Just in case you forgot or lost your phone charger cord. You know how important that is. Coming up is our corporate office of the Santa Catalina. Avalon Bay. Look across the bay, beautiful round building over there. That's the world famous Avalon Casino Ballroom. They became a private beach club. And the first alcohol drink you buy, they throw a $2 charge, you become a member for the day. You can drink alcohol on the beach. They call it loopholes. They got cabanas, chase lounges, a big grass area back there you can lounge on. There's a gift shop, ice cream parlor, restaurant, and an outdoor bar. Kayaking is available. Stand-up paddle way in. And so that's why I never did it. I was almost there too. But I had a hamburger. The next one I put a slice of cheese on it. Then I had a pizza, slice of pizza. Anyways, I'm working on it. Third weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and a Thursday before each weekend, unplugged concert under the stars down there at Descanso Beach. It's going to be wonderful. Now, if you see, if you look to the left, across the water on the next mountain over there, a large white home has a green roof and there's a flag out in front of it. That's the former home of Mr. William Wrigley Jr. A 22-room mansion built back in 1921, later donated to USC, and after that it became a 6-room bed and breakfast known as the Inn on Mount Ada. That was his wife's name, Ada Wrigley. Into a tourist attraction. It was a small fishing village and he called it Chateau Town. It didn't sound very catchy. Well, it was his sister-in-law, Etta Whitney, who was reading a book about King Arthur, came across a poem where King Arthur stated he wanted to be taken to the island valley of Avalon, where there were magical powers. And that's where we got the name for our little town. But George really tried. He tried so hard, he went broke. Well, that's when 3 guys out of Delaware, the Banning brothers, that's when they stepped into the picture. Known for running freight up and down the state of California in a stagecoach. So while they own this island, they want to run tours to the top of the summit. So they hired this guy to come build them a road. Samuel Farnsworth came and built the road that they wanted. When it was completed, it was the Banning brothers. They started the Santa Catalina Island Company. 1894. They started the tourism business here. Zane Grey, anybody heard of that guy? There's his house up there. Built in 1826, turned into a hotel when he died, 1938. Then a few years ago, a couple guys bought this place, so it was sitting for a minute. They showed him and brought it back to life. The Zane Grey Pueblo Hotel lives on. So from the bottom all the way up to the left, that's all brand new. On the right over there, that's the original house, 1926. For them to maintain and to keep in its natural state. On the left, this is called Casa del Monte, the home on the mountain. This is Philip Matt Wrigley's home, and what we're looking at the top floor of a beautiful 3-story structure. Little Mike Wrigley passed away in 1977. All this belonged to his granddaughter now, Allison Wrigley Rusak. A couple times. It was just aluminum buffed out. But he wanted to be able to fly it over here and land it on his island. So he built him an airport. It's called Airport in the Sky. So tomorrow, if you're looking for another way of getting out of town, you can take the airport shuttle up to the airport. Old cottages down there. Built back in the 1930s for the Santa Catalina Island Company employees. They call it Old Tremont. And it still remains housing for the employees of the island company. Let's see, Tremont Hall, you can rent that for weddings, anniversaries, birthday parties, bingo, bunko. You can rent casino building, you can rent this Council Beach. Look at all the trees. Eucalyptus, native to Australia. They tried to use them at pier pilings and railroad ties. That was back in the 1800s. But every time they cut one down and dried it out, it twisted and cracked. They found out these trees were no good for pier pilings or railroad ties. What they did find out, though, is they got a deep root system. They use it to keep the roads from sliding down the mountain. Here's the Eucalyptus Tree Hill Apartments. And around the curve, one of our many hotel accommodations, the Catalina Canyon Inn. The only hotel on that island with a swimming pool, restaurant, and a bar.
This is beautiful.
And then it became Best Western. Went back to Catalina Canyon Inn. It became Holiday Inn. Now it's back to Catalina Canyon Inn. Because along with the ball team came a whole bunch of photographers and a whole bunch of news people. And Mr. Wrigley was a smart cookie. City Hall on the left, Kids Park on the right. And then there's the school. It's kindergarten to the 12th grade. It's run by Long Beach Unified School District. Approximately 500 students enroll per year. The dreams. Because Avalon High School played their football games back here. But then they ended up building a brand new football field up the canyon about 8 years ago. What's that? Oh, you want to rent a house? Well, if you want to rent, it'd be about $2,500. Yeah. Now, if you want a bedroom, it might be $3,000. So he sold a piece of property and they put their tent up on it. Candace said, look, a little house. Mr. Wrigley came to town. He reacquired his property. He built prefabricated homes on them. He sold them $2,000 to $4,000 a piece. That when you buy a brand new golf cart nowadays. But if you live in this part of town, you got to get along there really well. But they're all single story. They basically all look the same. But on the left right here, this one being remodeled. I've been over 16 years. Nobody's ever lived in there. That's a $4,000 home right there. Green one, $2,000 before they added the second story. Well, if you wanted a second story house, it'd be getting about $1 million. If I'm on my way to a party, I got my greeting cards over here. But most importantly, my buttermilk pancakes. City Park, we call it Machine Gun Park. Machine gun pointing at you. Here's the trailhead. That's where you pick up the shuttle to the airport tomorrow. Conservancy headquarters. They also do tours. T-shirts, sweatshirts, electric bike rentals, jet ski rentals, parasailing, snorkel gear. Rent a mountain bike, go on the hills, and when you come back, then you can rent a golf cart. My buddies over here at Island Rentals. Where the glass bottom boat tours come, and the semi-submersibles. And because of all the beautiful fish, this is where the snorkelers hang out at. So if you look at the water, you might see a big goldfish. That's the Garibaldi, the state fish of California. It's protected. I mean, if you eat it, go ahead. I'm just gonna get caught. Let's see, this corner coming up is called Abalone Point. The road that we're on connects Avalon to the industrial part of town. If you're out this way later on, do some hiking, biking, jogging, rollerblading. And then all of a sudden you get that urge. You want to jump in the water? Go right ahead. You can jump in the water anywhere you want. They love lobster. They don't want nothing to do with you. When they see you, they're just going to turn and swim in the other direction. But if they see you and they don't turn, swim very fast. It might not be a leopard shark. It might be one of them other kind of sharks. But up here's where the local people hang out at. Over to everybody, come out and join us. Kick rocks around, look for sea glass. It brought her on a barge from San Pedro. Or anything over a certain length and width. It's got to be brought here on a barge. Next is a restaurant called Buffalo Nickel. It's a local favorite. Shuttle service is available. Behind it back there is the helicopter airport. 10-minute ride back to the Queen Mary. And then, this is where you park our vehicles at the end of the day. Hey, 29 to 35 years. Our buffaloes live out their entire life. The deer, mule deer, they were brought here about 80, 90 years ago. They don't destroy vegetation, but they keep it in check. But they also multiply, and we can't round them up, so the only animal we hunt is the deer. Our little island is 22 miles long. It's 8 miles wide at the widest. That'd be from Long Point way off in distance to China Point on the back. And it's a half a mile wide at the narrowest point, 15 miles up the island. They call it Two Harbors. Isthmus Harbor in the front. And across the channel, I can't see it right now, Palos Verdes Peninsula. The shortest distance to the mainland would be from Long Point to Palos Verdes, 19 miles. Palos Verdes is Los Angeles County. That's why we're still Los Angeles County over here.
Great view, huh?
It's just beyond that boat. Just beyond the cruise ship. Yeah. On a clear day, you can almost see traffic move over there. On that, the PB would be Santa Monica Bay. We'd be able to see Beverly Hills, Santa Monica, Studio City, Hollywood. Back over that way would be Santa Monica Mountain Range. On a clear day, you can see Malibu. Behind us would be San Pedro, Wilmington, Long Beach, Seal Beach, Huntington Beach, Newport Beach, Laguna Beach, San Juan, Capistrano, Dana Point. And on a real clear day, we can see Palm Springs. All right, here we go. It was a Portuguese sailor, Juan Rodriguez Cabrillo. He landed at the coast about 8 miles in 1542. He came ashore. He named his island after his boat, and he called it San Salvador.
Okay, we're ready to get back on the ship. Thank you guys for watching this vlog. Say goodbye to Avalon.